Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a Katarina game. And yeah, this is about 1700 ELO. And it is ranked, so this should excite you even more to watch this game. And yeah, we're going to just see Katarina probably in mid. Yes, she is running immediately towards mid. Is up against the Brand. That should be interesting because Brand is a lot better in the early game. She will get harassed quite a lot because he is ranged and she really isn't. So she does have the bouncing blades, which are kind of ranged, and she can close the distance pretty easily. But yeah, the problem is, of course, with the shunt bow, for example, if you close the distance, then how are you going to get out without taking too much damage? So most of the early game farming will be done with the Q, with the bouncing blades, assuming that Brand actually understands what he needs to do. So running away for that experience, making sure that Xin Zhao takes all of the experience. Yeah, taking a little bit there, but that's really not a problem at all. And the bouncing blades going down really are helping a little bit. And wow, actually helping a whole lot. And the top lane has been pushing quite, or has been in lane for quite a bit. And I thought they might want to do it without smite to get into the enemy jungle straight away, or well, go for red straight away, but I don't think that's happening here. Oh no, you can't go to enemy red because it's Shyvana jungle. Huh. Shyvana starts at red. So yeah, an early game gank. Yeah, I really are getting exhausted, and Olaf seems to be getting out okay. He was very low. Yeah, he is. 80 health points. And we are going to go back to this mid lane. So Olaf is probably going to stay in, but yeah, they they did get all of the health potions now on Olaf, which means that he cannot really stay in lane for the next gank or after the next gank, even if it's unsuccessful in drawing out a summoner spell or getting a kill. But still, it cost him a little bit of lane sustain, and as you can see, yeah, the Brand range is just much better. He will be harassing her all the time, and she will not be able to farm. And that's exactly the problem that you will have if you play Katarina. You have to get lucky with the bouncing blades. In this case, not so lucky. Only got one minion, but got tagged up twice there. So Brand definitely knows what he's doing here against the Katarina. Definitely knows she needs to come in and well, take some damage for everything she does. Let's see, Brand is currently at 18 and we are at 10. So you can see Brand immediately gaining an advantage there. And yeah, he's going to build on that advantage by freezing the lane in his direction. So yeah, skill wise, we are maxing bouncing blades here. And bouncing blades will help, as I said, with farming. The cooldown will go down when you level it up, and of course that is a good idea. It's good to have because you can snipe more minions with it. And yeah, once again coming in, going to get tagged up quite a bit, and oh, the stun misses. So premature flash, but the stun misses and he actually gets out. It's a really dangerous move there, getting that one minion, and really not worth it at all, because now she has to go home. She will miss the experience of these 5 minions, and when she comes back in, of course, she will have that amplifying tome. Amplifying Tome is going to be the Hextech Revolver, I'm assuming, which gives her a little bit of lane sustain. Getting extra health potions here. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they were gone. I'm pretty sure they were gone. Brand, in the meantime, still has all of his health potions available. And yeah, the lane now into the turrets, and yeah, that means that, well, she's going to have a little bit easier time farming it, but also she's losing some minions to the turret. Obviously, with Brand here, you need to, with Brand not here, you need to make use of that as much as possible by just getting as many minions as you can. And yeah, as long as you have a lot of, or can get a lot of minions in the early game, and a lot is not as much as Brand, because Brand will do a lot better. But as long as you can farm up pretty decently, it should be okay in the late game, because in the late game you should be able to threaten with your ults and, well, do a lot more damage to people, and also to heal up with your spell vamp. And of course the spell vamp will help a lot with that. So yeah, getting the 2 minions there with the bouncing blade and not having to risk anything because of that. Obviously this is all about positioning. She needs to stay just out of range of that Brand while still attempting to farm. And there goes the ultimate, an easy kill. Xin Zhao coming in for the assist. It wasn't really necessary, but yeah, you can see how easy it is once you get the ultimate. It is just a matter of jumping in and using your ultimate. Because Brand, yeah, he can stun you, but he has to have really quick reflexes to actually get that done. Because you still have the shampoo up afterwards. It has a 10-second cooldown, sure. But most fights will last for about 10 seconds. So yeah, it's all about the reaction time on that Brand. He has to get off E and then Q. And then, yeah, you're stunned and you will take a little bit of damage, obviously. But if he's not quick enough, he's going to take a lot of damage, because the ultimate lasts for 3 seconds. But yeah, you throw out 3 daggers each second, well, about 3. So if you have a 1 second well, casting time on that Brand skill, well, skill combo, I guess, then obviously you're not going to do too great. And oh, in some trouble now. Well, in a lot of trouble now. Jumping to the Shyvana just to make sure that she can get a little bit of distance between her and the other two, but not actually managing to, yeah, to do anything. Obviously not a whole big chance of her surviving that. They are going to attempt to steal the dragon here. Wow, that was a risky flash, but yeah, it did turn out okay. But flashing from here to here, that works like 50% of the time, so it's not really something you want to do too many times. So, no dragon for the enemy team. Good job. And yeah, they did draw out a flash for just a blitzcrank grab. And that is obviously good for them, but the fact that they couldn't get a dragon after that kill on Katarina is pretty huge. So Brand, once again, not the best reactions ever. He could have had a stun off and then used the Pillar of Flame to do some extra damage. But yeah, I mean, not everyone has godlike reflexes. And if you can keep a minion between you and Brand, then that even doesn't work after if you cast your ultimate. So he can't stun you because there's a minion in between you, and the minion will take the stunning spell. I'm not sure what it's called. The fireball. The one with the cool animation. I like the ultimate animation from Brand. That is just really cool. Anyhow, yeah, the ultimate's coming out. misclicking there. Because he definitely wanted to do that on the Katarina, but misclicked the Katarina and got a minion instead. Or maybe he wanted to bounce it from the minion. Yeah, now she got stunned, and you can see that if you have decent reaction time, you will actually survive that as Brand. But yeah, Katarina can just continue on, because she's not going to get killed here. And she's just going to continue on, farming it up, and taking advantage of the fact that Brand isn't here. I used him, I called him Brand. Wow, that is so bad. It's not even a name. It's not even a word. Anyhow, going to continue on farming and farming and farming. And that's kind of the problem in this matchup. It's all about the burst. So Brand tries to get his combo off, while Katarina tries to get her combo off. And yeah, the big difference between the two is, of course, well, Brand has a ranged combo and Katarina does not, so she has to be a little more aggressive to get that off, because Brand can just attempt several times before he actually gets that. And oh no, not getting enough damage done on that Shyvana. And yeah, they do have a ward on it, but they're still going to go for it. 2 wards on it now. And yeah, Brand is going to attempt to steal it, but that's not going anywhere. But they are getting a little bit low here, and they do lose the dragon there. It was a little bit too risky anyway, but they are at least going to grab 1 kill for it. And maybe a second here. No, they're going to lose 1. So yeah, 1-for-1 trade after that dragon. Oh no, never mind. A 2-for-1 trade. 1-for-2 trade. And Brand might die here. 2-for-2. That makes it a little bit better. And yeah, Katarina taking a shot at I forgot who ran out. But someone ran out really early on. Well. Yeah, not the best of situation. Obviously they shouldn't have done Dragon. With 2 wards on Dragon, it's just too risky, because Shyvana, yeah, she is really powerful. She has a lot of burst with her smite plus the twin bite. I think, yeah, it's called twin bite. So she has a lot more burst than their jungler, which is Xin Zhao, who doesn't really have any burst. Except for the smite, of course. And yeah, Shyvana definitely pulling that off. And we are going top lane. So top lane, yeah, against Olaf it is pretty hard to get something done, because he has a slow, because he cannot get... well, crowd control effects on him don't work if he uses his ultimate. But no problem. Wow, I'm totally impressed. Was that an ignite? Yeah, that was an ignite. And yeah, he did pick up the kill, even though the Irelia was still on him, but Katarina was not. Nicely played. So they do get the burst down. Of course, the burst of these two, so Irelia plus Katarina, is really high, so they can nuke down the Olaf. But Olaf cannot really be contained. Same goes for Irelia, of course. And I have no idea what's happening here. So unless we get into this, no, I'm going to restart at about 14 minutes. So I will see you in a bit. And we're back. It seems that we are still having some lag issues. It seems that it's not me, it's the replay. I tried it 3 times now. And yeah, it will clear up in a bit. So yeah, as you can see, now it's fine. There's just a little bit of lag in the replay. It probably didn't record properly, which can happen. It doesn't happen a lot, but it can happen. And yeah, I hope that at some point even that bug will be removed. Although it's not really necessary, it's not a whole big deal. Yeah, I used to fight or try to fight these lags and try to just wait them out. Normally it does work, but nowadays I think it's a little bit quicker, and especially it's a little bit better for you guys to watch if I just immediately after it lags for like 2-3 seconds just restart the replay, because normally that works a lot better. It also gives me more of an opportunity to just retry it a couple of times, like in this case. And yeah, it seems to work out now. So we're back at 30 FPS. As you can see in the top right corner. Yeah, I recorded 30 because everything over that is just a waste. Because YouTube turns it down to 30 anyway, so every other frame that I have will just get thrown out. And yeah, it's the same as recording at too many pixels. I can record at, well, like 1900p, 1930 I think, or something like that, but it's not necessary because YouTube has 1080, so I'm now recording at 1080. And all in all, that is just a better use of resources, obviously. And compressing the video afterwards does not result in a better image. In fact, it results in a worse image, because you have to blend pixels together to make the number of pixels match what you want. So the best thing to do if you want to make a YouTube video is just record at exactly the right amount of pixels that you want to have, and that way you don't have to compress anything, you don't have to merge pixels together. And Katarina is coming bottom lane here to get a quarter kill. That's obviously not going to happen. That's oh, she's not even going to get the Blitzcrank. I thought she was going to get a 1-for-1 trade at least. Oh my god. What did you think was going to happen there? They have like they have a stun on Brand, they have 2 silences and a pop-up on no, a silence, a stun and a pop-up on Blitzcrank. What was going to happen there with your ult? Oh my god. Oh, trolling allowed. Yeah, come on, this is getting a little bit ridiculous. Anyway, she may pick it up, the gameplay, I don't care. It's just quite kind of funny to see this kind of play, because I know that this guy is really good, and every now and then he just has one of these off games where he does stupid things. Oh, yeah, well. He normally warns other people not to do these things, because you have to think before you do. And this was definitely an example of his own theory failing hard. Because that was definitely not thought out. He didn't think like, well, I think I can do 10,000 damage there with my ultimate and not die, and not get stunned. So at least now they have some vision here, and Brand is still coming in to attempt the steal, but that's not going to work. No smite though. Yeah, no smite. I saw that as well. It's Brand could have stolen that. If he had a better vision of the dragon, I'm sure he would have. But yeah, he was just throwing in his skills because he saw that dragon was low, and actually it almost worked. He was about half a second off. Oh, did they not get the dragon? Did they really lose it to the Brand damage over time? Yeah, I didn't see the gold, so it might have been. Wow, that is so bad. So they lost 2 dragons to their own attempts and just steals. Wow, that is bad. So yeah, staying on the wrong side of the lane. It's warded over here, not on the other side. So should have stayed over on this side of the the lane, and really, yeah, I didn't see the gold pop up, but because Brand was out of there, I really thought that he wouldn't get it. And of course we saw the dragon at like a very small amount of HP before it died, so there was definitely no smite. But yeah, I didn't even realize that there was no gold. Huh. Yeah, they probably lost another dragon. So it's 10 to 10, they're 2 dragons behind after 2 attempts to get dragon. The enemy only did 1 attempt to get dragon and failed as well, so I guess that kind of clears up the point that CLG was trying to make in one of the, well, tournaments last year. They were making the point that going for dragon is not their priority, because it results in too many fights and you can still lose it. So you can lose the fight and then lose the dragon. Well, where if you don't fight for the dragon and the enemy goes for it, you can just get a turret instead. Especially if the top laner comes in to help out. But also mid lane is pretty available for pushing that way. And bottom lane is always available for pushing if the bottom laners leave the lane. And especially with some good warding. So if you have a ward up here, then you can see when they're coming back from the dragon to your bottom lane, and you can pretty much get out. And most of the time that works out a lot better. And obviously if you push all the lanes, so if you push all 3 lanes while they're doing dragon, then they lose enough experience and gold to make up for that dragon. If you can suicide everything into the turret. Oh, there he is. He's not low at all. So I don't know what they're trying to do, but Mr. Blitzcrank coming in, and Brand coming in as well. And Blitzcrank is now going to die. Yes, yes, yes. And Shyvana might die as well, and she has red buff, so that would be good. Running, someone flashed over here. I thought Katarina was going after that. It's Brand. But a double kill for Xin Zhao. And oh, catches off the Brand. Nicely done. Thought he would run the other way because that was the obvious way to run, but that's away from the enemies. This is kind of towards the enemies or staying at the same length. And yeah, Katarina took a chance and actually found the Brand. So getting 3 for 0 there, that's a big deal. And now they're going to get a turret. So this would be the moment they needed to go dragon. Because at this point, yeah, there's no real competition from the enemies. Sorry for dying so much. I didn't really keep track of her 1 and 3. Oh, that's not too bad. With 3 and 4, so. Anyhow, Cage's lucky pick to catch up a little bit in the gold. She's not really behind in the lane, so she can still do a lot of damage, but the extra bit of gold always comes in handy, plus it can turn into the Deathfire Grasp, which is always a good item. On Katarina, definitely, because, well, all of the burst casters, they have a problem that they don't do enough damage in the late game to actually take out some of the champions. Obviously that's why you have a team, but yeah, Deathfire Grasp makes it a little bit easier, plus the slow from Hextech Gunblade and the Deathfire Grasp makes it a lot easier for your team to chase down enemies. At least Deathfire Grasp does have a slow, right? Oh, we'll see that soon enough. I know the Hextech Gunblade does. Oh, he is dead. Yep. Oh my god, a dragon. Just killed him. Oh, painful. So yeah, Brand getting a lot of damage down there. And they are going to... Oh, attempt to get the Blitzcrank. Come on. No. Caitlyn, what are you doing here? Just go after the Blitz. Whatever. So Blitzcrank gets out for free, and even though they should have been able to catch him, and oh, a heal plus flash, making or allowing her to get out of there. And is she going to? Oh, she's going to stay safe. No. No, they won't have that. They were too high HP anyway. Had she made it over that wall, might have been a different story. But they still pick up 2 kills for it. And there we go. Getting the dragon. Finally a dragon without a steal. And this time, yes, the 190 gold. So they still come in to attempt to steal it, but Blitzcrank is going to die instantly. Yeah, that's the problem with support Blitzcrank. Yeah, as you can see, he has nothing. He does have level 5 boots, although he hasn't been ganking that much. Because the only reason to get level 5 boots, I'll tell it again, I've told it like a million times already. The only reason to get that is when your game plan, your tactic of your champion is to gank all of the lanes. So you want to be in all 3 lanes. If you're going to jungle with Shaco and you're going to gank every now and then, that is not being in all 3 lanes. That is jungling. Junglers only need level 2 boots. If you're going to go support and every now and then venture to mid, that is not being in all 3 lanes. That is just level 2 boots material. So level 5 boots, yeah, when should you use them? You should use them if you're roaming Alistar, or if you're roaming Twitch, or even jungle Twitch, because jungle Twitch can't really jungle. He has to snipe enemies, so he has to be in all 3 lanes. He has to have the ability to go from top lane to mid lane to bottom lane and back. Because you never know when the opportunity will arise, and yeah, since he can't really jungle because he gets counter jungled way too easily, he needs to be able to find, for example, the enemy jungler and kill him. In his own jungle maybe in the other's jungle. But you have to have reign over the map. You have to be able to, well, get over the entire map and just, yeah, do everything. So the team gets Baron. Obviously I did see them there, I just didn't think it was very necessary to show because there were no enemies showing up. And oh, they are going to go for this Blitzcrank, but a little bit too late to save their ward. Would be great if they could have gotten that quick ward. But yeah, excellent fight. Katarina over here. Not going to do anything for now. But without Blitzcrank there, they do miss a vital part of this team. Well, this team's potential to pick off single enemies. And yeah, they are going to just push this this minion wave. But yeah, but with Brand and Shyvana there, the minion wave that's coming in is not going to do any damage to the turret. So the better plan would have been to let that minion wave push all the way up to here or wherever they would meet each other, and then take it down there. Wow, they don't take out the whole minion wave, so the enemy team, or the blue team here, gets the chance to just get the whole turret. I don't know what happened there. They were too afraid, apparently. They could have just at least done damage, but they didn't take out the minion wave, and yeah, if you don't take out the minion wave, the enemy team is going to kill your turret instantly. But you saw that happen. I don't think that was really necessary. Oh, Blitzcrank grabbing someone, but yeah, they saw him coming, so they immediately go in on that. So Xin Zhao goes down. Katarina, or Caitlyn, sorry, doing a lot of damage from behind the lines. And oh, come on! Yes, getting the damage done. Yeah, all in all, they definitely picked up their play. It's now 25 to 15, and this Baron buff has been great for them. So obviously the next minion wave that comes in is going to result in another tower kill. Come on. Yeah, there we go. It's like, you're going to do it right, because otherwise... Yeah, I'm wrong twice in a row about how to kill turrets. No, that first turret didn't have to go down at all. Yeah, they need to be careful indeed. Everyone's up except for Graves. And with Blitzcrank there, it is really risky, but they did time that correctly. Shyvana just coming in and not going to be able to do anything to them. And Caitlyn just keeps on farming, because that's what you do. So yeah, nice ward. This is such a nice ward spot. It allows you to see everything, and yeah, it allows you to pick up those raids without any problem. And Caitlyn just wants to keep on farming, but obviously it's kinda dangerous if there are two enemy champions there. And she gets out, no problem, no problem. So Katarina's job kind of now is to stand in the middle of the team fight and just hit everyone. That's also why she has all of these, well, several of these items at least. This one will keep her alive. This one will make her do more damage, but not only her, also the rest of her team will do more damage. And yeah, obviously the boots and needlessly large rod, they're kind of the standard on any AP carry. But yeah, you can see the difference in this one and, for example, Brand. Because Brand won't have a Hextech Gunblade or Abyssal Scepter. Because his job is to stand behind the lines and just fire his spells at everyone. Meaning that his Abyssal Scepter, if he had one, wouldn't actually reach most of the enemy champions. And yeah, a Hextech Gunblade or even Will of the Ancient wouldn't do nearly as much for him as it would for this guy, for Katarina, which is not a guy, but I'm sure you understand what I meant. And a nice ultimate there, yeah, without stun or anything like that. That ultimate does a lot of damage. But yeah, the Brand, yeah, because he doesn't get damaged until he dies, because he dies instantly once people start focusing him, he doesn't really need that Will of the Ancients. Of course, a lot of people still build it, but he doesn't really need it. If he plays well and he stays, his team plays well, so his team protects him, then there's no reason for him to lose any life in a team fight, and therefore, why would he need to have Spellvamp? It doesn't do anything. You pay money for something, or gold for something that you don't need. And as you can see, this guy indeed agrees with me. So going for the damage heavy items as well as the slow on the Crystal Scepter, which I think is a pretty decent pickup. It makes him a little more tanky, well, have a little more HP, so that he doesn't get nuked down as easily. But yeah, no Spellvamp necessary, because by the time he starts taking damage, he either dies or he doesn't die. It's not a matter of saving your spells until you die, or until you start dying, because Brand is just someone who uses all of the spells instantly, as soon as they come up in a team fight. Katarina, on the other hand, as I said, jumps in the middle of everyone, and from the second spell onwards she will start to take damage, because the first spell is Shanpo, and that definitely doesn't result in Spellvamp that's useful. Because by that, or well, when you jump into the fight, you won't have been damaged yet, but once you start your ultimate or even your bouncing blades, depending on what you want first, yeah, you will take some damage, and the damage from your ultimate and your bouncing blades will then actually get you that spell vamp and get you more HP. So it makes you a little tankier. And taking out the Blitzcrank immediately because he is so weak. And we just, yeah, Caitlyn wisely backing off there. And yeah, we saw the Brand doing a good job of taking out 2 kills, but yeah, everyone else just dies. And yeah, you see that Caitlyn, she backed out of that team fight, but she drew in the, I think it was Olaf who chased after her. But if she stayed in, she would have died. And this way, Olaf wasn't in the fight, and she didn't die. So that was a win-win, because Olaf, when he came back, went into 3 versus 1 fight because he had to. Because, well, 3 enemy champions remaining, and he was the only one on his team remaining. So yeah, he got killed because of that, and yeah, therefore, by not doing damage with the Caitlyn, she actually did the best she could in that team fight, taking out 1 enemy champion and well, 1 enemy champion out of the team fight, and her team picking up all of the kills. So anyway, nice play. Definitely some mistakes in there, but that's what makes it real. I mean, I don't have to have all kinds of perfect games on my channel. It's nice to see when people make bad decisions, because then we can learn what not to do. And yeah, thanks for sending this. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time. GG.